So it's December 4th, 2025. Out for my second run of the year. I was out a couple nights ago doing a little plowing, and then turned to rain and got wet, and then started snowing again in the morning, so the other shift had to go out and clean it up. So tonight we're getting the whole trunk moving in, and it's supposed to be a bunch of snow squalls off the water, and some reports say 15 to 25 centimeters. I don't think it's going to be that much, but we'll see what happens. But it's going to be a quick freeze, so we're going to just making our rounds, getting a layer of salt on before it gets too cold. It was -2 Celsius when I left, and now the temperature's down to -5, so you can see they're starting to get shiny there. We'll get a bead of salt on her and make our rounds and see what happens, see if we get all this snow they're talking about. So hopefully we'll have a better year. We're off to an early start this year, so we'll go for a drive. What the f was that? Holy f. The asphalt was heaved up, I guess, and my plow caught it and ripped up some asphalt. So that's new, never did that before, so I'll have to be careful out here. Keep that in mind. I thought someone pulled in beside me and I ran into a car or something. An awful crash. And try this again. And try that again. That was an awful smash. It scared the shit out of me. Yeah, I'm glad that just happened in the parking lot. Imagine going down the road at 30 miles an hour and hit something like that. I gotta be careful. This bridge, it's getting in bad shape too the last couple of years, so usually know all the bad spots. I didn't realize there was one right in my turn spot. Now I know. At least I didn't break anything, so that's a good thing. That happened to me there 7 or 8 years ago with the Western Star, the 6-wheel drive. I hooked up an asphalt patch on the back road, and luckily I was only crawling along, and she pushed the truck right over the other side of the road and tore up a big pile of asphalt and gravel. Took me to a grinding halt in a hurry, but I'm lucky that time too. I didn't ride up on the plow or smash anything. Just kind of gives you a scare when it happens and you're not expecting it. Things are starting early this year. Usually by the time we get going, like a lot, it's into January and the ground's pretty frozen then, but we had a lot of rain lately and a lot of soft ground yet, the shoulders and any rough areas of pavement. You'd have to be very careful, because you can see what can happen, just what happened back there. You just don't want to be doing it when you're doing 30 or 40 miles an hour and tuck the plow underneath the truck and go up and hit your head in the roof and smash a bunch of things. Like, I've seen it done before and it's not pretty. I'll have to just take my good old time and be careful, and hopefully after today the roads will freeze up and it'll be hard enough. We don't have to worry as much about that. But you always got to be careful with that stuff. I've been plowing this road for, I think, 11 years now, or maybe going on 12. I know every bump, and I see them come, and I see them go, and I've never seen that one coming, but I see it now. I was out on road patrol last night, and I had to take my truck and do a salt run down one of the roads where one of our other trucks broke down, so the roads were starting to get icy. Someone called it in, so I had to go do a quick salt run down the Moose River, and then it started flurrying, and the roads turned white. There wasn't much snow, probably the same as what we got right now, but the only trucks they called in last night was the highway trucks for Trans-Canada. And I was there about 1 o'clock in the morning. The highway truck with the double winger was in the hammer lane, and he lost all his power, and he was doing about 2 kilometers an hour, and then it just died on him. So I was in the road patrol truck, the pickup truck, and so I went out to get behind him in case his lights went out and stuff. But before I got there, he got the truck going enough. He got off on the look at the simulate on. He got off on the shoulder or off the crossover in the double highway and waited for the mechanic to come. But yeah, it's kind of weird, kind of scary getting you're out in the truck in the hammer lane. It dies, but there wasn't much traffic, which was a good thing, but still, it wouldn't be fun. Turned out, the mechanic got called in, and he put a couple of gallons of antifreeze in it, and away she went. So that was weird. First time we ever seen that happen. But well, all these new rigs nowadays, there's so many sensors and bells and whistles that I don't know, too much stuff to go wrong. I like the old simple trucks. You don't have all that crap, the DEF and all that pollution gear and all these sensors. They ruin trucks when they put all that crap in them. They may be more comfortable, but I don't think they're as reliable as the old trucks. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, I suppose get some pretty heavy squalls here tonight and whiteout conditions, so been there before, done that. It can be kind of nerve-wracking, but it's better than just driving around salting roads. A little more challenging. Salt's working good. Last year it seemed like the salt didn't want to work very good. I don't know, it's always dirty looking. I don't think it was pure enough or something, but it just seemed to be using a lot of salt just to get the roads to melt. This year, like this salt, it's nice and bright white and fresh. And it seems to be working quite well, so hopefully they're into some better salt this winter. And makes it a little easier for us, a little less, you don't have to use as much salt. Just works a little better. And it's kind of crappy. You go out and install the roads, you turn around, come back in, and they're white over again. So it's like you didn't put any salt down. But you see the black in the middle of the road there, and it seems to be melting pretty good. The air temperature and the road temperature are both -5 right now, so it seems to be hard pushing. I don't know if this truck's losing some power tonight, or it's only my third time, I guess. I was out for a little run last night, but tonight it just seems to be working awful hard coming up the hills. I don't know, because a little bit of snow on the ground starting to freeze up and makes it harder scraping, or maybe I need some fuel filters put on. So I'll mention that to the mechanic when I see him. Maybe Maybe you'll change the fuel filters and see what that does. Kind of rough getting back into the swing of things. Started off first week of night shift this year, and first few nights coming in the morning, trying to sleep through the day is kind of rough, but you get used to it after a while, I guess. Be on day shift for the next 2 weeks, and then be back on night shift for Christmas. So I don't know. Seems to be some crappy weather in the forecast right now, but which is unusual for December. Usually we only get a few little storms here and there, but a lot of salt runs and stuff. But I don't know, maybe this is the year we're going to get all the big snow. Maybe you'll get some really good videos for you guys. Last year, at the end of the plow season, I said I was going to do more videos through the summer, like other than, you know, just bobcat videos or, well, we know salt plowing videos, but yeah, we had a little bad luck there. Last day of plow season last year, we were out, nice sunny day, we were out cutting some wood and piling some brush, cleaning up our yard, and a widowmaker, a big big dead branch of a tree came down and hit my wife in the head and gave her a bad concussion. So she's been off work ever since. That's happened like over 8 months ago now, and she can't work. She's having headaches, and she developed a real bad stutter there for a while in the summer, and she went to speech therapy and physiotherapy and all kinds of other helpers, and she's not stuttering now, but she's still a little slow speaking. Like it's still a little hard for her to think of what she wants to say. Some days she's really good, and she gets stressed out or tired, she slows down a bit. So hopefully we just started seeing a new doctor. Hopefully he's going to be able to cure her. He had some good ideas, and so far we had pretty good luck with him. Yeah, so yeah, it was a pretty slow summer. We didn't do much. I stuck close to home most of the time. Just wanted to be with her and look after her. It's kind of a wasted summer. Right after she got hit with the branch, got the concussion, and my computer crashed, and I was more concerned about her, so I didn't even bother. We just went without a computer all summer, and I just bought one there a few weeks ago, and just so I can be able to make some videos this winter. But it just took a break from the multimedia for the summer, and I recharged our batteries. There's a rough spot up around the corner here. You gotta slow right down where one of these days it's gonna start fetching up, because the logging trucks go up this road. So when they're turning at the end of this old logging road, they're kind of beating up the pavement. So you gotta know where the bad spots are and slow down, or you're gonna break something. And you're no good to anybody. Oh, I got my, keep forgetting my simulate. That just doubles the amount of salt going out when I hit that. I just do it on bad spots, like in turns and hills and intersections. Doesn't seem to be doing much now. The wind's picking up, and a few spots in my higher country is blowing pretty hard when I went by earlier, but we're surrounded by trees out here, so it's not as bad. But it's, I don't know, it's pretty clear night. I think there's a full moon tonight. So, nice night for plowing. I'm glad we got a little bit of snow on the road before it started freezing up, because if there was snow, then everything was so dark and black, and you get that black ice, at least you get a little snow on it, it kind of gets kind of tacky and gives you a little bit of traction, so it's not slippery like it would be if it was just water on the road and froze up. Yeah, man, a pickup truck, you don't see a lot of cars or trucks on the road out here at night time. More traffic in the daytime. Get the logging trucks and people travel from Sheet Harbor up to Pictou County to do their shopping or business, whatever they do. Yeah, the first night I went out there, it was Monday? I think it was Monday night. We got just a little bit of snow, with the same as what you see now, and I came out here to my turning spot just where I left from, and I plowed all the way out to about a kilometer before my turning spot, and it turned to rain. And then I met the truck from Sheet Harbor. He was turning around heading back, and he must have just for a salt run because the roads were just wet and there was not a bit of snow out there. And then by 3 a.m. it was pissing down rain, and we had all the roads salted, so away we went home. 5 o'clock in the morning, they called the day shift in, and it started snowing. It came down pretty heavy, and that heavy wet snow, and it, I don't know, I think it looked like they got 5 or 6 inches. Hard to tell, like that heavy snow kind of settles after it comes down when it's wet like that. So, but it's probably a good 5 or 6 inches of, you know, that heavy, thick snow. But hopefully this winter we'll get one big snowfall, and I always like plowing snow when there's lots to do. Even after a storm, it's fun getting out and pushing back the snowbanks. Makes you feel like you're accomplishing something, like you're just out salting and, you know, just pushing 1 or 2 inches of snow. That's not as much fun. I'd rather push a foot of snow. Pretty near just as much work, but it doesn't seem like you're doing as much when there's only a small snowfall like this. It almost looks like it stopped snowing now, but I looked at 3 different forecasts. They all said different things, and so you don't know what to believe. You just gotta wait until you get out there and see what's happening. Yeah, nice bright night tonight for plowing. Good visibility for now. Maybe see what happens later. We get what they say we're getting. Yeah, the snow we got last night was mostly along the shore. It was when I was in road patrol, further inland I came, the thinner the snow was, so it's just blowing in off the Northumberland Strait. I don't know, that's what we're supposed to get again tonight, I guess, but it's supposed to be a lot heavier, but it doesn't look like anything right now. Might be home by 2 o'clock if it lets up. once you get all the roads done, there's not much sense in keep going around them because it's going to be minus 15. The salt won't work that good anyway, so we get a good beat on her now. Hopefully that will fix her up for the night.
$51 the plow shed. Yeah, I'm gonna be at the truck here in a minute.
A rough spot here at the bottom of the hill. I got to slow down for. Some nights you're out here plowing, you don't know where you're at because everything's white. And you're going along, all of a sudden, bang, you hit the rough spot and you weren't expecting it. But usually when it's like that, you're going a little bit slower anyway, so it's not as bad. This truck just doesn't even have the power tonight as it normally has, but it seems to be working a little more. Keep pressing that performance button, it makes it work better, but then it kicks out, so you're always having to press it to keep it in performance mode so you can get a little more RPMs out of it. But like I say, it just seems to be a little underpowered tonight for some reason. Maybe it's just a little more abrasive and harder to push or scrape. It's probably one of the highest spots in my whole run right here. And it's pretty quiet right now, so I think the weatherman was wrong again, but it is Nova Scotia. It could change in a minute. The road's nice and black here because they blasted all the way up because it's such a steep hill. Slow down, give her a good beat of salt so I can get back up later on. Be a bad spot to get halfway up and spin out and go down the hill backwards because there's quite a
51 back in the truck.
It's quite a bank to go over right there on my right hand side. So you see the salt melting good and running water down the road. So yeah, the salt's much better this year. I don't know if they test the salt to see if it's how pure it is or not, but just, I don't know, all last winter it just didn't seem to be doing the job it should be doing. It seemed to be a lot dirtier than nice and bright white tonight when I loaded up. So I think the fresher it is, the better it is, the cleaner it is. Back into civilization. Salt's working that good, it melted the snow and run across on this side of the road. Cleared it pretty good. Almost didn't have to salt it back there. Don't need the wipers. There's no more snow coming down. Hardly worth scraping, but as long as there's little snow coming off my blade, it's doing something. Figure get it off and get some salt on it. I don't know. Pick my blade up. It doesn't seem to need it here. I'll leave my wing down. Get that shoulder cleaned up a little bit before it turns to ice. So just wasn't winged back very good there last time. Some spots it looks like they didn't have the wing down. I prefer to have the wing down when I'm plowing, but some people are scared of it, I guess. I think there might have been someone out in the truck this morning training. Another scrape here. I'll pick the wing up maybe, get down into this guardrail. Pick the plow up, it's not doing anything there. I'll take the wing. A little blast in the corner here, a little scrape.
Bill, you got a copy? 511.
Oh, yeah, 511.
Bill, if you get a chance tonight in your travels, can you pick up a section of the 347 for me from the French River Road down to the county line?
To get to the top of the French River Road, do I turn left or right then?
Yeah, you'll turn left out there and go past the Garden Eden. Can't exactly remember how far out it is. It's a bit of a haul, but I think you turn at the fire hall out there, if memory serves me correct.
You're correct.
Not sure, we'll try to pick that up for you.
We're down 2 trucks right now, so
I'll get one of the calls from trucks there, 406.
everybody's got to help out each other.
Section of the morning.
Load your number.
Perfect. Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, one of the weather reports I looked at said it was going to be all done by
Better out there than we can in here.
1 a.m. and the other one says it's going to go all night. I think they're both wrong. I think it's over now.
Way better down here now, Rob. I don't know, it's gonna blow over because down where I'm at now, it's way better. Yeah, I came off the 106 there doing 5 kilometers an hour.
Ooh, that's
Pretty much what I was doing all the way up the Line Road, and I just turned around at the bottom of Woodburn, it doesn't even look like I plowed it a couple minutes ago. The visibility is just way, way better now.
See, those guys are closer to the water, so they're getting more snow coming in off the water, I guess.
Driving down the 245. Real nice.
I'm like 30 miles inland at my turning point, so the farther out I go,
Just
the
falling down there, Clayton.
thinner the snow got.
Yeah, coming off the water there.
Yeah, that's what it was doing here, so it's probably going to blow over there too. So bad I couldn't see the road for quite some time instead of following the ditch. The side window.
I was going to get out and walk home.
Probably get lost.
Wait, you still there? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, if you get a chance, can you pick up Thorburn Road for me? Just basically to, well, if you could, if you go all the way to the country market, that'd be great. Yeah, I turn around at River Road too. I'm here now. Do you want me to keep on going to Thorburn then? Oh yeah, that's right. You're at the far end, aren't you? If you have time, yeah. I'm not down there. I don't know really what you're up against, but if you think you have time to do it, that'd be perfect. Well, maybe my next time down here, I'll see where I'm at. Yeah, no worries.
Just come through the big city of Hopewell. Population 200. I don't know if it's 200, I just said that. I'm guessing.
Maybe it's one of those ones that I think this is supposed to peter off here a little bit for a few hours. We get a break, a couple hours from now or whatever. Before it gets too stinking cold, maybe go then or something.
Section of road's getting bad now. Just when you get all your roads fixed, just when you get the worst one fixed, another one goes to hell. So there's always some rough roads. They're never all smooth, I guess. Yeah, this is no fun. Come on, snow, give me something to push. I'm gonna be out here, I want something to push. I don't want to drive around. It's boring. People want to see snowplowing videos. I can't show them snowplowing videos if it's not snowing. Nobody wants to watch salt run videos. We're a blast going by the fire hall here in case they get called out in the middle of the night. Big dip in the road right here. I don't know what's going on. It's getting deeper every year. You gotta slow right down for it. Just waiting for it to fall in like a sinkhole or something someday. See, the clouds are moving pretty fast up there, so it must be pretty windy. At least up high. I'll take her back, run back into town there, and I'll turn around and come back out and make a loop around some of my side roads. Get a blast there, there's water running on the road. Always water coming out of that driveway there. It's right on the turn, it's always an icy spot. I'm gonna give her lots of salt. The clouds, you see them just moving like crazy up there in the sky. They're blowing towards the north, and that's where the water's at. So if there's snow squalls coming off the water, you think it'd be coming this way, not that way. But maybe it's changed directions or something. Keep forgetting that simulate speed button. Come on, buddy, dim your lights. Cars today, the lights are blinding on you. Might be able to see better, but when you meet them coming, looks like they have their high beams on, those LED lights. They're nice when you're sitting behind them, but when they're coming at you, they're really annoying. Last is turn.
Yeah, back in here, 20
tank went 450, and I used 950 liters of brine.
Okay, cut that wet tanks.
A lot of water comes out the road from the old folks' home there. It's always wet here, so I give her lots of salt. There's a lot of traffic coming and going with the healthcare workers, the shift work and stuff, so there's always cars coming and going out of that place, so I need to keep her salted. Gotta really watch for deer along this section too. There's a lot of them get hit along this road. They're always running out in front of you. I know last night when I was on road patrol, there's I don't know how many dozen deer I seen on the road, and a lot of tracks, so they're roaming. You gotta be ready for them. Blast this before I turn off my turn spot. Yeah. Wish I had a better spot for turning.
Concussion.
Good.
Waiting in. I'm going to pick up for something next, and I'll be in the truck for a couple minutes.
Alright.
Another bump I wish they would fix. They need to do a little drainage work in this spot in here, because there's always pouring water on the road, and there's always icy there. Still only -5 degrees though. It's dropped 3 degrees since I came out, but it stopped, so maybe it's not going to go down to -15 tonight or whatever they said it was going to be. the other lane there, I just finished plowing. It looks pretty shiny. So hopefully this salt will work and get rid of that shine, because if it didn't have salt on it, it'd be just like a skating rink. I'll go up here. I'm doing one of my side roads, and it's paved only a part way up, and then turns to chip seal. So I'm not going to go on the chip seal, because you can't put salt in the chip seal roads. You're not supposed to anyway. So if I plow it, it'll just make it shiny and then make it more slippery. So I'm just going to turn at the end of the pavement where I'm salting and leave the little bit of snow on the road, because at least if it's cold and it gets crusty, it gives you some traction. If I plow it, I'm just going to make it shiny. It's going to freeze. So
Yeah, 42 back in, 41.9. Topping up with sand salt. Hey, that's it, thanks. 281 base. Go ahead. Yeah, 10-4 coming back in to get more salt over. Yeah, you're up. Yeah.
drop my wing, widen this intersection out a little bit. Give her a blast though. Get the corner, push back a little bit before it turns to solid ice. So it turns a chip seal right here at the foot of this hill, just where it gets dark. So I'm just going to tuck in beside the mailbox here and leave the snow on the road so I don't make it slippery for the people going home after work. I think I'll turn the camera off for now. There's nothing exciting going on right now. I'll drop my wing again, widen this intersection. And then, yes, if we get more snow squalls later, I'll get some more video for you.